crash. How bad will it get? hey people, the team Suppo, it is the Suppoman, your superhero of cryptocurrency. In today's episode, we are going to be looking at what are the potential downsides for Bitcoin right now. Currently, the price of Bitcoin is crashing, and we are potentially looking at lower figures, potentially. And that is what we are going to be looking at in today's episode. So, we have finally hit 5,000 subscribers. People, join the Team Suppo, join the new and improved Suppoman channel by clicking that subscribe button. Smash a like on this video if you want to be kept more informed on the price of Bitcoin, altcoin season, the best DeFi coins that you can invest in, and potentially go all in on. And there will be timestamps hopefully by the end of this video. So today we are going to be talking about what is happening with Bitcoin, people. So where we currently at as it stands is we're at 44,300. Literally we have hit as low as $43,000 today. Now you can see that Bitcoin is trading currently downwards. Okay, you can see that it's in this descending wedge. It is achieving lower highs and lower lows. All right, so we are getting closer and closer. We have been hitting this line. We've hit the line 3 times now, the floor essentially of the Bitcoin price, and we seem to be going ever closer towards the $40,000 level. Now, are we potentially going to be seeing 30k? Are we going to be seeing potentially that kind of low price level? That's what we're going to be investigating currently. Okay, so in order to be able to see where are we likely to go, we are going to be turning to what happened all the way back in March 2017. 2021 is essentially the new 2017. We all know how that ended, but what did we have to go through first in order to be able to achieve the incredible heights that we did get to at the tail end of 2017? So let me just share this out to the good people of Twitter to make sure that, you know, because there are people who still haven't subscribed to the Suppoman. I know, very difficult to comprehend. So I am just going to put it out there for everybody to see. And hopefully you can hear me and everything. Let me just check and have a look and make sure that we have got people here. Yes, we do. Yes, we do have people around. Okay, good. Good to see you. Lisa Marie, Lindsay Gardner, Chris Marks, Marvin D, RR, Roshan, Patrick Stock, USA Local SEO, Nico Congo, Lisa Bittner, Richard Van Baren, Redford Danger, Young Pretender, Glinbert, Joe, Patricia, Sarah, Kirill, Lulu Melbs, Auburn Guy, Noreen, Mike Freeman, Jamie Harvey, Jimmy Walker, Buwa said. Good. I'm glad that you people all were able to join me today. Right. Thank you all for being here. So, where were we at in the good old days of yore? In the good old days of 2017? Well, as you can see here, what happened from end of February to March 2017 was we had Bitcoin similarly going into a descending wedge formation, where this formed a resistance when the price went below it, and then a support when the price kind of went above it, but only momentarily. So it went into this descending wedge until it hit a kind of crescendo at the apex. Bang! Bang! But, although this replicates what is going on at the moment, because we appear to be in this descending wedge, taking us to an apex either here or here. This apex here would be if we went more towards the 40,000. If we wicked below or went below the 40, this line here, then this would be the last line of support. So there's 2 potential apexes, or are there? So something I wanted to turn your attention to here is what happened. What happened all the way back here? And this will foretell. This is what I told you literally a couple of months ago. Okay, so if I just turn this into a weekly, it's probably going to mess the chart up now completely. And it has, taking us all the way back to 2017. Anyway, right, so this is the point we were at. Now, if we put the 21 weekly EMA and just literally plot it onto the graph, okay? So as I said to you a couple of months ago, basically Bitcoin price does eventually hit the 21 EMA, which is an exponential moving average, which essentially is weighted towards more recent prices. And as you can see, we hit it. We hit it. In fact, hitting it was what actually made us soar above it again, right? So hitting it was kind of like the last line of defense, and that was the bottom of that particular dip, all right? Now, if I take you and do the exact same thing, extrapolate essentially the 21 EMA onto the current price action of Bitcoin, then you can see something that may alarm you. Okay, so let's just make that visible now. So, on the absolute worst, because what happened, in order to soar again, in order to mark the end of the dip, the March dip of 2017, we essentially had to hit the 21 EMA. All right, now as you can see, as it currently stands, that price is hovering around about 30k. Hence the reason for the title. Bitcoin will crash to 30k. So we have got two potential scenarios here, and it all really depends on how strong Bitcoin can be from this point onwards. All right, so let me just take that off again. So 30k, we're now, I don't need to show you that again. Okay, so 30,000 is essentially the bottom of that. Okay, so it all depends really on how strong Bitcoin can be in the coming days. Now, going back to this crash, essentially, let me just measure a few things. So let's measure A, the size of the dip, and B, the duration of the dip. So it was around about 28 days. 28 days in full. So almost actually. I'll probably say more 21 days because I've gone back a little bit. And a near 32% correction. 32, 34 maybe at worst. 33 maybe at worst. Okay. So where are we at currently? Let's have a look and see what the current loss is from the top of the most recent spike. All right, so if we just get this thingy-majiggy measuring tool and see where we have gotten to so far, towpath, 26%. 26%. So this would give the impression there is more room to fall, really. Worst case scenario. People, by the way, 314 people, smash the likes, please. I would be there. If you can do one thing to help me, that would be the one thing, right? That's all I need you to do right now is just literally just smash that like button. Would be very, very appreciated. So let's say 32% was around about where the March 2017 crash ended at. All right, that was the size of the drop essentially. So 32% would take us to around about late 39s. All right, late 39s. So if this support failed, it could wick just below it before going up. One potential scenario, worst case scenario. The other worst case scenario, using the 21 EMA, weekly EMA, that is the other scenario. Okay, worst case, 30. I think what I'm showing you there is the absolute worst case scenario. So I know it sounds incredibly harsh because there's a difference of $10,000 there. And I think we'd be much happier with 40k than with 30k. But what I will say is that either way, the outlook is looking incredibly good. All right. Either way, the outlook is looking incredibly good. Right. So if I just take you back to here, whether or not it goes, we have a 30%, 33% correction, or we actually go down and we hit that 21 EMA, then this is the potential outlook. All right. This is the potential outlook. So boom, 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 boom. Basically, like we saw Bitcoin go from about $1,300 all the way up to 20K. All right. So either way, the outlook is looking very good, but the short term may be looking slightly scary. Worst case scenario. Now, what we are seeing is Bitcoin's going through kind of peaks and troughs at the moment. So it's hit an absolute low $43,000, and now we can see it kind of bouncing, but that's just the kind of way it goes. It kind of zigzags within this range. And really, in an ideal world, we will break out of this range, break out and bang, and just go and just soar from that point. We've had a near 30% correction, bang, and soar from that point. But it all depends on what can happen next week. Next week is another big week, right? Now we are going out of February. I did say that the crash was going to happen in February. It's happened. So I guess I don't really like to gloat, but it wasn't something I was saying because I wanted to be right. It's something I was saying because I wanted the market to be healthy. And I knew that once the market gets healthy, then that's where we can see more all-time highs, etc. Thank you, Lindsay, very much for the £5 contribution. Really, really appreciate that. So anyway, so let's have a look and see. Let's get a little bit of an update on what is going on with the F2 pool. All right, so let me just bear with me a second. Right, okay, so the F2 pool, the other day when I brought you the video, I said alarmingly that that they had essentially taken out and put onto exchanges about $14,000, 14,000 Bitcoins, right? Now, the last high before that was 6,000. That was basically what they outflowed, what they put onto exchanges when the price went from 57 to 47. So they've put out an SH load more, and then the next day 8,000, and then the day after that 4,000. So I don't think that we are at the end of this. I think that we've just got to go through this pain. I think that is potentially, what is the reason. Yeah, there was always going to be something, right? There was always going to be something. And in the end, it may be that this narrative has absolutely nothing to do with it, but it's just something that is easy to pin the price on. So anyway, let's have a look and see what this does for the sentiment check. So we have now, as of, we are on 68% currently. Okay, so the other day we were on 71%. Now we are on 68%. And as I said in the last video, the more that the price takes the emotion, the sentiment down, cools it off, it's not really just sentiment. I mean, this is based on people's wallet size versus the current prices. Okay, so when this goes into euphoria, it means that versus the current prices, everybody's wallets are in, or at least 80%, 75 to 80% of wallets are in profit. Right, of everybody involved in cryptocurrency, 80% of wallets are in profit. Now we have gone right back down to 67. So it gives so much room on the upside. We are essentially back to about 35,000 in terms of, now we're at, 44,000. Current price levels, we are essentially back down to where we were at 35. Therefore, there's so much more room now on the upside to grow to euphoria. So much room. Like, it could literally take another 30, 40,000 to get back to this level. So it's given way more scope for Bitcoin to be able to grow. Let's have a look and see what this means for altcoin season. So this is our little sentiment check of where we are at. And because Bitcoin's going down relative to altcoins, we are actually doing okay. 61 we are at. So we are more altcoin season than we are Bitcoin season currently. So basically the money flow is still very much concentrated on altcoin season. Feeling privileged to be part of the newer, smaller Suppo community. Thank you very much, Young Pretender. Thank you for the steady hand. Not a problem. I am personally really enjoying having a smaller audience. Okay, that's not saying I don't want to grow, but I am very, very happy with how things are at the moment. Extremely happy, in fact. So let's have a look and see how certain altcoins are performing at the moment. So in profit, we've got NEM, Polygon, which I think is, this is going to be a top 15. Personal opinion. Revain, Husd, Tether, DAI, and the stablecoins, essentially. Now let's have a look and see what's not necessarily doing so well today. So IOST Huobi 13. This is essentially halved in price from last week. Now Huobi is a potential ecosystem, a growing ecosystem for the DeFi period once we come out of this dip. So I foresee that Huobi token is going to very sharply increase because of Huobi EcoChain cryptocurrencies. Horizon Curve Pancake 1 inch, $3.78. You can have a field day buying right now. Thoughts on BSC patch? I don't know. I haven't necessarily seen Binance endorsing it like Polkadot did for Polkaswap. I don't know how much adoption there will be, but I'm definitely going to watch this space on that one. Could be interesting. I think anything Binance Chain related is basically going back to November, anything Polkadot related. So it's probably going to fly. But at the moment, it doesn't seem as if the money's flowing in right yet. Okay, so this could be a good time for anything new and promising to come out. Like Kylin's coming out tomorrow. That could be absolutely perfect for that. Having said that, what else came out? Antimatter came out yesterday. Let's see how this one's doing. Oh, minus 17. Okay, so it's 14 million market cap. Now this one's a really promising one. Now this is so a very unfavorable. If you've got any money in Tether, which I kind of hope that you have some storage of Tether, then you could be able to get into some really good young cryptocurrencies here. Simple, lightweight, on-chain DeFi derivative protocol. This one looks flipping phenomenal, and it's Polkadot, right? Cross-chain. What was it they called this? Let me just have a look. And look NGC. Let me just have a quick look at what they badged this as, because this is like monumentally badged, like what they're calling this. Let me just find it. I can't find it. But anyway, yeah, this is basically a cross-chain, a derivative protocol. You see all these liquidity protocols, derivative protocol. Triple cross-chain, the world's first triple cross-chain protocol. So yeah, so I think this one's going to be a beaut, actually. So I think that with the falling price of Bitcoin, could see some really good ops, actually, on these. So let's take some. So actually, just before I do that, just before I take a few questions, God, it's really going down. Look at that, 18. Get in. Let's get more. Let's get it really going down. Nothing really sexy there. Let's have a look at QuickSwap. I think this one's going to be massive. 472. Yeah, this I think as it currently stands is around about 75 million market cap. Not cheap, not super cheap, but not super cheap. But I think that's going to reach the billions. And that's a Binance Smart Chain Dex competitor to Uniswap, utilizing Matic as its scaling solution. So basically, you are able to wrap Ethereum-based tokens, because that's what Matic is, Ethereum scaling, right? So you're going to be able to wrap Ethereum-based tokens, trade them quickly on QuickSwap, which makes it a very, very viable competitor to Uniswap. All right, Uniswap is there to be beaten. It's a bit like Ethereum itself is there to be beaten. Cardano's getting close. It's just a quarter of the way there. And then we've also got Binance as well, which is You're roughly a fifth of the way there. So it's there to be beat, right? Uniswap is there as a shining beacon branded DEX, the best DEX we've ever had, or certainly the most popular DEX, and it is there to be beat. And it can be beat, and it will be beat, is basically what it is. Now the question is, are you going to invest in whatever it is that beats it? Beat it. Right, okay, so let's have a look at the DeFi plays today. My friend bought Cardano at 140. Was that a bad idea? Long term, though. But basically, if you watch the Suppoman, you should give him Suppoman's advice, which is never buy on the spike. Buy at dips. And with the market going down whilst it was at 140, I would have thought that would have been probably the logical thing to do. Right, linear. I'm going to go in heavier on this. If this keeps going down, I'm going to go in much heavier. I've got a lot of fiat to play with. So I'm going to be going in heavier on linear. I want more linear, essentially. I think this is going to be a $1 coin. Right, let's have a look. Blah, 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 blah. Right, okay, so what's doing really well? Spaceswap's doing really well. Butterfly, Plasma, paid. Add a gear for the UK. Let's see what's not doing so well today. This is the area of opportunity. Digital, that's a good one. Superfarm competitor in the very low millions. Berry Data, 888. What the hell? That has really gone down. 88 miles an hour, below $100 for the first time in about 2 months. Fire Protocol has essentially just had half of its value wiped out. Just don't worry, people. Right, in the summer, there is going to be a mega big summer blowout. All right, there's going to be a big summer blowout. A lot of these cryptocurrencies, the prices are going to be just eclipsed. Like looking at the prices today, they're going to be completely eclipsed. So worry not, mon frere. Right, let's take any questions, see if we got any more Suppo chats. Say what you say. Okay. Hey Superman, other than Moonbeam, which coins on the Polkadot DeFi Alliance has the potential of being a 50 to 100x? That is a good question. I can't say that I have looked. Polkadot. I can't say that I've looked at all, so I couldn't give you a definitive answer at this present time. I would say that Taco.finance, it all depends, really, on the price you are able to get in at. That will dictate the level of gain you can make. Because what I will say is that most of these will launch on either Polkastarter or some Polka.IDO site, whatever. And they're just going to go to a megarific value. So that's the shame of Polka.IDOs. So Kylin could be one of the ones caught in the crosshairs. I don't think it will be. I think it's going to go up either way. But yeah, Taco.finance. What's this one? Oh, option room. Intel Plasm, I think, could. You got to remember that. Some of these are out already, and it all depends on entry price with relation to 50 to 100x. Basically, what you've got to consider when you have 50 to 100x is the pain something that is likely to last? Because when I got into Voyager, right, the reason why I got into this the first time, when this was Bitcoin, the reason I got into this the first time is because I thought, well, it's about people being able to buy Bitcoin globally. It's about people being able to have exposure to altcoins globally and having a place to be able to store their coins. And I thought this would be a pain point that would outlast no matter what phase we're going through, whether it's ICO, security tokens, DeFi, NFT. There will always be a need for this. It's a bit like plumbers, dentists, lawyers. There will always be a need for it. So you've got to be looking at something that could 50 to 100x based on being quite versatile and being part of a pain point that will be felt long term. Because once the DeFi space kind of comes and goes, and then there's another, big narrative behind cryptocurrency, then, maybe the 100x's are not necessarily going to happen. Okay, so just to put that out there. But thank you for the question. It's a very good question, I actually think. But Moonbeam, I think, is like almost a guarantee because it's an infrastructure. And look at how Kusama did. I think that Kusama, Polkadot, they're going to be releasing value kind of almost for the next 3-4 years. So, do you have any thoughts on Deflect? Deflect. Thank you very much, by the way, Blair Miller. I don't know what Deflect is. Never heard of it. I'll have a look for you and tell you what I think of the coin. Right, so it's got 50,000 trade volume. That means it's extremely risky. It's got 67% dissatisfaction rate, which means that people don't like it. Could be a good thing if it's got some promise. It's under 1 million. Now, under 1 million, you would probably still expect this to be around about 250,000 if it was something that was relevant. It does not seem like this has any relevance at all at this current point. So let's have a quick look at its chart history. It's currently at its lowest ever. So how long has this been out? A couple of months. So about 2.5 months it's been out. So let's have a look and see what Deflect protocol is. Well, that's not helpful, is it? Because I have no idea what this means. It's in beta, right? Okay. So without actually being able to have any idea, I'm imagining it's some kind of DEX or yield farming or liquidity protocol. I can't really tell. It's very difficult. I'll just have a quick recce just because you've done a super chat. Deflect protocol review. See what it is. Doesn't help, does it? Deflect without an E. Ethereum token. Let's have a look. Ethereum token that improves on the many forks of Reflect. Doesn't look great, does it? Just hashtag just say. Alright, so it's Ethereum that improves on the many forks. These improvements consist of upgraded tokenomics via increased burn rate, liquidity locking. That was pretty crap to me. It's just my personal opinion though. This is not something I would touch with a barge pole. So let me just get out of this and go to a better splash screen anyway. See ya. Thoughts on Mint? I had a look at Mint the other day. It looked terrible. Can you check out DDX, huge VC backers, community governed derivatives exchange, DDX, Muse, DDX and Muse, right? Okay, let's have a look. But I think I've covered pretty much the Bitcoin price thing as it stands. Okay, so that was that's kind of bad case scenario and then worst case scenario. Essentially, 40 is the bad case and 30 is worst case. But ultimately, midterm prognosis is very, very good, very, very bright. Okay, we just need the clouds to essentially part ways and for the sun to be shining. Weather is sweet. Now, Derivadex. It looks like it's already a very high market cap, 191 million. Next generation of crypto derivatives. Insurance mining app, governance app, cryptocurrency exchange coming. Yeah. Best of both worlds. Supported by Polychain, Coinbase. Okay, so I can see why it's achieved the value it has. Derivadex, pretty good name actually. Kind of is what it says it is. Derivatives Dex. Kind of like that. However, at a market cap size of that, I would be expecting kind of multi-millions. I would be expecting kind of 10 million at this stage. So it seems like the relevance has been lost. In the last 30 days, I think that other projects have come in and usurped the relevance. Seems to be widely available, but it seems like it's kind of lost track. Might do well, but I like to pick something that's got a mixture of relevance and great technology and is small. What was the other one? Muse. And then NSure. Put him in your mouth and... Oh no, sorry. I won't carry on with that. Muse. NFT20.io. 30 million market cap. It's gone up 50,000% in a month. Like, as far as I'm concerned, that's already made a hell of a lot of people extremely rich. Okay, so it says to me that, you know, it's had a lot of upside already. No, chart wasn't what I was wanting to look at. Let me have a look at the historical data. 10 million volume, 510. Before, so basically, it has been relatively under the radar until around about mid this month during the spike, the February spike. This has started going up, but it's got a lot of relevance right now. And it's not too high in market cap. That it's still a micro cap. Trade, swap, and sell NFTs. NFT 20 is a permissionless protocol to trade, swap, and sell NFTs. So basically, how this was badged was a Uniswap for NFTs. What chain is this attached to? None in particular. Ethereum. Probably would be. I would. Yeah. I mean, let's have a look. Oh, okay. I kind of like this. I really do like this interface, actually. NFTs in pool. Don't rug me. Nice. Polka Pets. Oh, that sounds good. I like that. This looks good, actually. Block Cities. Punk. The cyberpunk things. Yeah, this looks good, actually. Crypto kitties. There's none in here. I could probably sell mine. I've got a few crypto kitties. No, I've got one crypto kitty. Those days, good old days. This looks pretty good actually. Don't have my pen and paper with me, but this looks like one I might check out. But I will say that it's kind of got a little bit of high token value. Right, NSure network. Small market cap and Polkadot ecosystem. I haven't looked at their investors. 8 million market cap. Nice. Nice. Experience DeFi risk free. Capital mining. Buy capital to back. Insurance pools. Yada yada yada. Backed by A21. LD Capital. Not great in terms of the investors. It could be better. Risk reward marketplace. So these enables you to outsource the risks you need, and the risk marketplace enables you to outsource the risks you need. Don't get it. Outsource the risks. Outsource the risks you need, what, covered? Or just you need in life? That doesn't make any sense. And rewards you for underwriting the ones you're comfortable with. It's an open insurance platform for open finance. The project is inspired by Lloyd's London marketplace to trade insurance risks. Well, it's a small market cap. When insurance protocols, let me just have a look and see how Polkacover's doing. You can't even see it. How annoying is that? What's another one? Bridge. See how Bridge Mutual's doing. 22, so it's 3x less. So yeah, I mean, I'd probably go into Bridge Mutual. Probably has more longevity, but NSure does look okay. Congrats on 5k subs. Thank you very much. Check the pinned message on Plasma Play Twitter. Let's have a look at this then. Let's have a look and see. This better not crash my stream. I think I'm following them, so it should turn up. What is this? What is this? I don't follow this geezer. Pinned message. Oh, look at that. This reminds me of my thumbnails. Hold on. Oh, that looks sexy, doesn't it? God, Plasma Pay looks like it's going to be a way better investment than I thought it was. Thank you very much for that, Lisa. Anybody who got into Plasma Pay is probably going to be feeling epically bullish after that one. Any more? Index.finance is a steal. I will check that out in a minute. Thoughts on any cum? That sounds a bit lewd, doesn't it? ICX, multiple DeFi platforms. Yeah, I think it's probably gonna do well. I don't care about Icon anymore, honestly. I'm so out of that. I don't give a shit about it at all. To the reskin. Here I am. Right, okay, what was the any come apparently, which sounds very rude for a Sunday, the Lord's Day. I'm imagining you do not mean that. No, I don't know this any come you speak about. Any more questions? Check out MobiX. I have checked it out. Like, it's a poor man's Utrust competitor, but it may be good for a small speculative pop. Nothing I'm interested in. Moonswap. Can't say I know it. Or don't I know it? Moonswap. Maybe I don't. Let's have a gander then. How long have I been on now? 40 minutes. Bloody hell, that is the quickest 40 minutes I think I've ever experienced so far in my life. Right, okay, so this has got really dog shit volume. It's a 5 million market cap, but it's got dog shit volume. Like, it means that you're getting involved in something that's not relevant. There's the potential it could go relevant, but it's a gamble, essentially. Like, currently, there is no attention going to this. Or very little. Like, in the thousands is pathetic. By the way, people, 369 people in this stream, which I am very, very happy with. So if you could, I love the fact that you have attended today. So if you could, just smash that like button. Like, I will join you. It's just basically to, to give you something to do other than, merely watching me, which I imagine is quite, you know, paralyzing as it is. You're just kind of watching. But let me get you active and essentially just smash that like. I would be massively appreciative of that. Right, next generation protocol for Dex. Automated market maker Dex running on Ethereum layer 2 and supported by Conflux network. Very surprising then. Right, how long has this been out? It's very surprising this would have such little relevance when it's a scaling solution, when it's a scaled Dex. September. So it's basically had its all-time high 81 cents all the way back in September, and I'm imagining that they have just been forgotten because there's been so many exciting things, Polkadot's happened, etc. So I can imagine that is the reason. But it's basically got exchange wallet farms. Let's have a look and see what the APYs are. 178%. I mean, it's not great. I mean, let me see. This is a new one I've gotten into. Let's have a look and see how this is. This is like the next Viking, potentially. Hold on. Let me see how this one's doing. Tacos. Oh, 3.3 mil. Let's have a look and see how these are doing on the... Oh, wow. Oh, that's gone down a bit. Farm link on there. On linear, I mean. Let's have a look at the farms. See what the percentages are. Oh, wow, there we are. 7,000%, 8,000%. So the trucks aren't great. The trucks of tacos. I don't really get the reference because I'm in the UK. And we don't have tacos here. We just have like fajitas or something. But yeah, that's looking really good for the... So yeah, there we are. Taco.finance, people. You heard it here. Quite possibly second. Because I know my main man Box Mining has also been letting people know about it. Super, are you going to get on Kylan right away or wait until it drops? Both, essentially. I'm going to attempt to buy it on the way up. I wasn't able to get into Kylan pre-sale. But if I don't get into it, I don't get into it. Simple as that, people. I am going to be getting into an Oracle that's going to kick the shit out of Kylan. So, I think there may be a couple more super chats. You missed my super chat. Patrick. Oh, sorry. My YouTube chat is working in a quite mentally challenged way currently. So let me just see if I did miss your super chat. Oh, well, how is your P ratio on linear? Are you able to claim rewards? I don't know, in all honesty, Patrick. I haven't really looked, in all honesty, which may sound quite lazy, but I've got to say that I've been concentrating on way more things. But I will check it out and I'll get back to you. Hi, Sue, can you put Dexmex on your list to look at? Dexmex! Dexmex! I love the sound of that. Their full UI launches tomorrow. They have 50 million max supply, 35 million circulating, and an audit you can stake, leverage, trade altcoins. Right, let me check that out then. What is it? Dexmex! Such a cool name. Dexmex. There we are. There is Dex of the Mex. Wow, 63%. So 35 mil. Let me just do that on here. I'm going to do it on my phone, the calculation. I don't want to make my computer die. All right, 35 times 7 mil market cap. Right, okay. Let's check it out then. That's probably what. So it's going up 63%. So it's already kind of pumping on the news. So it could be a buy the rumor, sell the news type situation. Dexmex allows any token to be longed or short, decentralized exchange based on Uniswap, peer-to-peer leverage trading. So this is derivatives, by the way, people. Just to, when you are longing and shorting, that is essentially known as derivatives. And also, it's also known as leverage, but it's also derivatives because it tends to be a futures contract, which is classed as a derivative. So, it's not bad. Let me just have a look and see who is into Dexmex, if anybody. If there's one that's in this, if there's one whale that is in this, I'm on it. If there's not, then I imagine that it's probably just going to tank tomorrow. Let's have a look. And how is it doing on... Let me see if it's sustaining decent volume. No one in it. Right. And how long has this been about? Oh, wow. It's only been about a few days. So it's been about a few days. 1.9 mil. 87566. So it's... Yeah, okay. So it's pretty much under the radar then. So 8 million market cap. Yeah, I quite like it. I quite like it, but I would not get in now. Like, going back to my earlier Cardano reference, it could probably still go up, could go up 500%, but I'm not risking it because it could also drop from this point. Will you give us the Oracle, Suppo? Polka Oracle. I have actually given it to you, but there's no point in bringing it out now because it's too early in the process. But I have already presented it to you, funnily enough. Have you seen Lattice Token? Yeah. Crap. Now, I'll check it out, actually. Lattice Token. Get out of it, Suppo. Stop slagging off coins straight away. Give it a chance, right? Lattice. Come on. Right. Help if I spell it properly, wouldn't it? LTX. $225. How long has this been about? $225,000. It's been about 3 months. Had to check. Nearly 4 months as of tomorrow, in essence. So let me just have a look and see when was this relevant. So it's been around about mid. So currently it's low 6 figures. It has been around about mid in February when everything was spiking. That was 5 figures. And it was, and low 5 figures too. I think that money follows money. And if something is going to spike, then the money would be in it currently. Crossroads for digital ecosystems finance. Connects all blockchain ecosystems, allows to transfer cryptocurrency between multiple blockchain ecosystems. I mean, I'm imagining that it's kind of like block lattice, which is very lightweight. It's a bit like Tangle. That's a lattice-y type infrastructure. Just to give you basically an example. That's IOTA's blockchain. It looks like it's got a pretty promising value proposition, to be frank. Moonrock Capital. I've seen them appearing a bit more, but otherwise no one else that I really recognise in there. I think this may have had its time for speculation. Lead wallet. Let me just have a last look. Last thingy majiggy. And then I better bugger off, essentially. See, man, you've got a great way with words. Alright, lead wallet. Let's have a look. 1.7 mil. 5 million market cap. Sounds good so far. These check out. 23% down. But this did shoot 2 cents. 2.2 cents. Right, so this has lost half its value. So it could be a good time to re-enter. Oh, but this has been around since September. But only recently it spiked. So it must have had something relevant happening recently. Download the world's simplest crypto wallet with DeFi access. You get it on Google Play. Well, that doesn't help me because I haven't got Google. Dual Swap, Pancake Swap, Uniswap. Enjoy all the products and services offered by Lead Wallet iOS. Oh, as an iOS or Android user. So you can stake, swap, send. We are not trying to create a new blockchain ecosystem nobody would use. We understand the biggest problem with cryptocurrency is the lack of user-friendly and beautifully designed applications. Cryptocurrency wallets. See, there's so many of these right now. I would probably go with something like Yop, but then at the same time, Yop has gone up quite a lot. You know, for like kind of if you're looking for a low-value payment solution, I'd probably go with Yop. Yop. I sound my barbaric Yop. If anybody can tell me what film that's from, I'll think you're a genius. So it looks like it's quite relevant now, to be fair. Thank you very much, Lisa. I always make an effort. BonFi. Right, this is the last one now. Bon. Six. 2 million. I'm sure I've looked at this about a billion times. Platform release next month. Probably worth it just to speculate then. Probably worth just to speculate. This has been as low as 0.0016. So it's 6x from that, pretty much. 3, 4, 5x. Quickie. Dum. What's the best layer 2 scaling solution right now? It's quite a few. Quick Swap, ZK Swap. Zero. Oh, well done, Alex and Saeed. Clever people. Clever people. I am glad clever people join my chat. Thoughts on ZDEX? I have been looking at ZDEX actually. I think the more I looked at it, the less I was impressed with it. But I thought that it was pretty good for speculation. Can you evaluate Asgard.finance? Right, okay. Last one. Multi-layered open finance liquidity. Launch next month. I think this would be a good investment for speculation, actually. God, yeah, I miss the days when there were 1,000 cryptocurrencies around. Oh, let me have a look at Asgard on my phone. Let me just make sure that it's kosher. It is kosher. Their website, though, looks... yeah, it is kosher. Looks like it's something to do with I think it might be farming Tor chain, but I'm not quite sure. Or Tor token. I don't know if that's VTOR or... Rumour it's one of the Viking developers forked project. Right, I'll have a last gander at Stakd.finance. But yeah, BonFi I think is good purely for speculating. I would try and find a good entry point and sell it before the platform and it is announced. So on the run up to it. Oh yeah, I looked at this the other day, didn't I? Yeah, so it looked like it had a few... It's staked, actually. Boom. Don't send any more super chats, people, because I don't think I can do any more. In fact, I can't do any more. No, it's not on here. So I can't really tell. What's the price? Oh, it's 21 cents. I'm sure this was $1 the other day. $1.30 or something. Looks like it's still got pretty good. So they look like they've got like they're going to do an IDO collectibles. Looks alright. I wouldn't get into it personally, but looks okay. Unless it actually gets properly evaluated, then I would never go into it. Thank you very much, Naita. Very lovely of you to comment. Right, anyway, people, that is it for today. So essentially, don't panic too much, all right? It's all part of the process. You've just got to just let it happen, all right? And you've just got to see it through, see it out. We've seen, depending on how long you've been in cryptocurrency, but we have seen out a lot of dips. So, you know, it's just another one. Just another one, people. So anyway, I will be back tomorrow with a much longer stream. So save your suggestions for then. I look forward to hearing them. But until next time, people, I love you all. And I think you've been a fantastic audience today. Very, very interactive. And some great, you know, shouts. So, hope you got a lot out of this. And I will see you with the next time. It is lights out, all out.